Hello and welcome to my channel. This is the very first video, and this channel is about how to turn old garden house here in Brandenburg, outside of Berlin, here in Germany, from a really nice, cozy sort of vacation home into something architecturally interesting, and along with it the garden and the water side, and there are going to be a lot of like graphics, plans. We're going to look at designs and time lapses. I'm somehow a huge fan of time lapses and before and afters, and yeah, I'm looking very much forward, and I guess along the way we're going to have a lot of fun, and I guess video and all this, how this kind of works, this is going to increase in quality. And yeah, I also hope to learn, getting a lot of comments how I can do things better. So I'm an architect myself. I do handcraft work as a hobby and relaxing activity, but sure enough there's still a lot to learn, and yeah, I hope I can engage in a community of like-minded people, and yeah, perhaps we stay in contact and meet one day, and yeah, down the road. And yeah, by the way, I'm Philip. I don't know if I've said this, and yeah, looking forward. So, in addition to my first little introduction, today is the first day of the year. It's 2026. I guess it's the 11th of April, and it's time to open the garden. And we start with a little grooming session of the lawn here up front, but also in the garden. First getting rid of some sticks and sort of leveling the lawn, and then we're going to, I guess it's called the same in English, we call it to verticate it. So sort of let the lawn breathe and giving like a little bit of seeds, so it is ready for a good start into the year, and when it will start to grow, it has all it needs. So yeah, we are now starting to introduce you to the projects that are ongoing here at the datscha, at the garden house. Well, that is basically what you're doing. You are working on a couple of projects at the same time, and one of which is the pier for the boat. Now at the first day of the year, outside here there is no boat yet. This is going to come, and yeah, like it kind of does its thing, but yeah, there's definitely room for improvement. And a pier, or like especially a swimming pier like we can see here right now, is a quite complicated sort of construction. You are dealing with interesting sort of like edge situation. Also the water level changes. This is why we are having the long poles there, and because usually in spring the water rises even above ground level here. This year not, so water level is comparatively low, but we can take them out now. And yeah, you're going to see the main issue with the pier, and that is it's because it's a bit unstable. To really figure out to either simulate how stable something is with the pontons, etc., and the weight, and that is it really is a try and error sort of experience. And this is, I don't know, maybe the fifth pier, and yeah, definitely another one is coming. I guess I have learned a couple of lessons from this one, but this is what we have from now. And I mean, it does its thing in terms of jumping into the water and coming off with the boat here. That really does work. So let's get the piers out there, like the poles. Okay, okay, but yeah, after all, a little bit unstable. Yeah, so that's how the pier generally works. I mean, it's not a bad thing after all that you have the bridge that sort of you can undo or fold back. So now we can go top. Oopsie. And that does really work kind of nice. You see there a stone which is just to level the pier, otherwise the tip would be into the waters for some reason. Maybe there's some leakage, but also the rope that works as a buffer for the boat. It kind of starts to get soaked if there are waves. And yeah, it does work now since 3 years, but I just have too many ideas of how I want to do things better. And yeah, so there is a new design up my head already, which I'm gonna bring to paper, and I'm going to order the swimming pontons, getting some new nice wood. The wood is really, really fine. I don't know how it's called in English. In Lärche we say in German. It's a really nice needle wood. And what is it? And no, it's not. And but it gets a bit grayish, but after all, it's very resilient for the conditions. I just let it out during the whole winter. There was a lot of snow, so since 3-4 years, the wood construction is completely fine. So, next step is we're going to, of the grooming of the lawn. We're going to basically verticate it. I don't know if that really is the right term, but to get it like some air and getting like all of sort of plants out you don't want to have in, and so can breathe and can soak up water and also some nutrition, which I'm going to give the lawn. And then we are up for a good start. So, next step of the grooming session is to verticate the lawn, and I'm using this manual hand verticator. So what you do is you basically brush the lawn, and you're doing it in two directions, perpendicular, and this way you're getting the old lawn, the dry lawn out. And yeah, I did this last year for the first time, and you can clearly see the difference. And yeah, that's what you basically, this is how you cultivate a really nice lawn and green. And yeah, let's get going. So to just give you an idea of what is happening, so you basically, like with a comb, you are going through with this device here through the lawn, and you get out all of this dead needles and dead hay out of it. So you're making some room for new lawn to grow and for some new weed. Also, you're getting this I don't know, we call it moss in German, that you can also groom out, and which you perhaps don't want. I don't mind it, it's actually kind of nice, but yeah, this is what this thing does. And yeah, it's going to make the lawn even more green though. Yeah, here another aspect. You get like rocks and even metal out. You're basically grooming or with the comb, sort of working it out of the lawn and making sure that this doesn't hurt your lawn mower. And yeah. All right. So next step is we have here some repair mixture of seeds, and they are engulfed in already like some nutritious, I don't know, what's dünger. So basically nutrition, everything it needs. And at the same time we are having here some organic bio, also like nutrition, fertilizer. Here we go. Thanks for those crises, we have heard a lot about like fertilizer these days. Yeah, then it is good to go. Last step.
Was ich ja so liebe, also ich laufe diesen Schlossberg
So,
immer nach oben.
here we go. We'll use this little tray here. To sort of spread it around. This is a seed mixture with some fertilizer. In a way, so birds don't pick up on it immediately. And yeah, it's good. I have a couple of spots that I want to repair, and yeah, this is the garden house from the inside. Just after the winter, so I haven't done any cleaning. What I'm about to do now. This looks comparatively alright here after winter. Usually you have a lot of insects and more spiders, etc. And Sam, my old friend, is driving his motorcycle around. I have to say it's kind of annoying. You know, if a good friend discovers an annoying hobby, that's sort of a bit of a challenge. Anyway, so this place is also going to get completely redone, all surfaces, and a new design. And we are going to look at this in detail. I'm going to scan the place here. I'm going to make a cut model, a 3D model. And then we're going to design it. And yeah, looking forward to the whole process. And then I'm going to sort of introduce you to my ideas that I have got so far. And I think that this is going to be a really, really nice room in the end. And yeah, so this is another project. This is project living room, if you want, if you will. So living room and kitchen in the end. So this is it. Now we are starting with a little cleaning session. So this is like a sleeping room, and so my room after all. And this is sort of done already. So I've done the surfaces new, got the ceilings new, like pretty simple sort of style. Huh? Made use of as much as material that was there. Got myself a new bed, and yeah. So we are somewhat continuing this sort of look throughout the whole house, getting rid of the weird sort of wallpapers, etc. And yeah, so this is also needs a bit of a cleanup now after the winter. But it doesn't look that bad, and it's good enough to sleep here. Alright. Yeah, the sun is about to set in an hour, I guess, somehow. And yeah, it's time to start a fire. So we can get a nice like open fire steak. And yeah, that's perhaps I introduce you to my little setting that I got there. So made myself a nice sort of place where I store my wood, which can then dry. The sun is usually always on that one. I got everything that I need for barbecue. I have a tripod here, pit to clean up the barbecue, a little grill. Here's some starter wood, and hidden in this thing there are like other tools. And yeah, this is sort of the setting. This it's getting really nice. I mean, it's still early spring, so it's not summer vibes yet, but so we're having somewhere around, I would say right now, 10 degrees. It's going to drop somewhere around almost 0 degrees, but that's totally fine. Inside I'm also going to heat up the stove later on, or the oven, the fireplace, and yeah, it's completely fine. All right. Alrighty. So, just clean up the fire pit a bit, so we don't get that much like smoke and steam. So, this is what I use here to get it started. I don't need no trying to avoid paper or any other stuff. Usually this just works just fine. This is like really dry, and if you start it, it's really very windy today. Let's see if this already did the trick. I don't know. Could be. I mean, that all that stuff is very dry, although very light. This is just some starter wood, but then you're going to switch to some serious stuff. And but yeah, this did the trick here already, huh? looks like. Or did it? Hmm. I think so. So we need some material, so that's why I'm putting quite a lot on there. Alrighty. Yeah, cooking is going to be an important element of this channel because I really like cooking and tastes. Perhaps I just work so I really like working outside, being outside, because the food tastes so good. So the good part is when you are here around Brandenburg on the outskirts of Berlin, like an hour drive, you can get things like from the market, nice eggs, and I can't really quite help it, but although the bakery is better, downtown Berlin, to come buy a good sort of loaf of bread, that's sort of like a boutique experience. You just don't get good stuff for a fair price anymore downtown. And but here on the outside you do. There are really nice bakeries who have some amazing stuff to a really good deal price. Also there are local butcheries here who grow their livestock, like mother and kid together, and they have a lot of space to roam around. You can see them. It's like a sort of a union of farmers who do this. And so what I basically do, like now the first time I don't get the perfect salt here today, but just some. The best is if it's really thick salt, like just chunks. And actually I realize I do have this, so just some. You can then just get them off, and that when they soaked in, like some of the pieces of salt are left over. You can just chop on the meat when it's on the grill, and so they will fall out. After all, that's all you need. Now this can rest for about an hour, and we can start preparing a salad. But I also feel like a kind of a beer now. Yes, it's another aspect. Once in a while, we're going to have a beer here on this channel. It's, and there are no kids around, etc. No one. I think you can also enjoy a nice beer. We are here in Germany after all, and yeah, like just in between this and the salad. Alrighty, here we go. So, and while having a beer once in a while, we're going to talk about the kinds of beer you can have here in Germany. It's also a cultural exchange experience. This is, it's called Hasseröder, and sort of from the region where I am from, like somewhere in the Harz Mountains. It's like a really small mountain range, like even like in the North Germany. That's sort of like a mountain range worth mentioning, but nothing like the Alps, etc. Anyway, they have some good water there, and they're also having a really decent beer here. The taste changes once in a while, but I think these days it really tastes good. And it's what we call Pils. I think that is the closest what all over the world you also drink. But it's not, this is specifically, it's not what we call a Helles, like a Bavarian beer, which has been basically conquered all of Germany, and which tastes really good, but actually makes what we call like a sticking mouth and Klebmaul, because you can just drink them non-stop because they're just so sweet and so mellow, and after all you drink a little bit too much perhaps. And so this is a rather herb sort of, but still genuinely good beer. Wow. do need a glass. You don't want to have the foam in your stomach. So that's how a casual glass of beer looks like. And tastes like. Yeah. Really fresh. Fresh, not too sweet. And the classic East German beer taste. Let's put it this way. Alrighty. Flames are still kind of going, but they are slowing down. And we can put the beef on it. So another advantage of this tripod is that it's metal. So you can put on this magnetic light. And we can just drop it here. It's quite thick. You can adjust it here. It's not about feeling. You see where the flames are. You don't want the flames at the beef, obviously, just the heat. And you can do this here with the gable. Another term I gotta check out. We'll let it sit here for a couple of minutes and turn. I think actually it can even be a bit lower. Already smells pretty well, promising. And yeah, getting a closer look here. Yeah, this is a little bit too low. We can see now that the fat is dropping. But we're gonna adjust this, and in a couple of minutes we are going to have a nice steak. Alrighty. So it's time to turn it the first time. The trick is always to only turn it like twice. So it's kind of sweaty. You can see that it's ready. That is a really nice surface there. That looks really, really good. First piece is here to try out. Second one is a bit thicker. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Oh my god. The difference on firewood is so crazy. And yeah, it's not medium. It's sort of like well done. But this one is medium. Oh my god. You can't do this in a pan. The flavors through the smoke make such a huge difference. It's unbelievable. It really needs to be like wood. My God. Here in my very classic DDR kitchen or GDR kitchen, and which is also going to be redesigned. I'm going to take down this wall here and join the living room we have been seeing yesterday. And now it's time for classic scrambled egg, my personal style. Had a bit of a surprise. One of the eggs had actually two, I think, daughters. I don't know how you call it in English. The yellow bits. And yeah, let's get started. So this is the final result. I think one can see that. And nice little start into the day. I got the oven started here. It's kind of cozy.